Hello to all my knights and queens of the world. You already know who it is. It's Mr. Royal Diamond, aka Mr. coming back at you with another what? Phenomenal video. So let's get into it. So my topic today is gonna be about stop cursing. You know what I'm saying? I know this might be like a hard thing to do for certain people that have been like, cursing a long time, which is vulgar language. But I just here to encourage you that, all things are possible through God who gave you strength. And I just, want to talk about this topic because I feel like, it's such a big thing, nowadays. I feel like, there's so much of this being exposed. You know what I'm saying? That people are just putting so much of this out there in their music or in their videos and I just want to talk about it, touch bases about it, because even in the Bible it talks about, the way you speak, you know what I'm saying, the things that you are saying, you gotta be careful of the things that you are saying. So, that's one of the characteristics that makes you like different. Helps you stand out when you don't have, cursing or, nasty way of talking in your speech patterns or in your vocabulary. You know what I'm saying? Because you know what happens when you're someone that's always cursing and feel like, someone who's just always cursing or have cursing in their vocabulary or in their speech patterns, you know what I'm saying? That just makes you unattractive. It makes you, kind of put this negative imprint on you. You know what I'm saying? So sometimes people don't associate with people who's always cursing because it's kind of like, that's just too much. You know what I'm saying? It's not. We was never raised to be like that, so it's like, why will we carry ourselves with that? I know sometimes people feel like cursing gives them kind of like that bad imprint. You know what I'm saying? Like that kind of like the bad boy, bad girl type because she's cursing, she don't care. But sometimes you gotta really be very careful because especially when you about to elevate and be taken onto like a higher place. You know what I'm saying? Like if you're gonna start doing your own business and interaction or talking to business people or at work, like you can't be cursing. You get what I'm saying? Like it gives you that negative imprint. Like, well, red alert. You know what I'm saying? So I'm just want to talk about this so that way I can help people to overcome this. You know what I'm saying? You can start this, day by day by just being very conscious of really listening to yourself or recording yourself and really understanding what that is. Unless you're like, there's certain types. There's certain people who really don't curse, but sometimes they curse because they're around that influence or the people they hang around with, or they actually like cursing because it gives them kind of like, especially with a lot of people who go into business. I feel like it's like the younger generations are like, started the business, which is good. But I, when I have like these meetings with them, with certain like younger generations, I feel like they feel like just because they run their own business that it's okay to curse. And I'm like, it's not okay to curse because you're making yourself unattractive. You know what I'm saying? Like your first impression is a big thing. So when you start cursing, people don't want to be around that. People don't want to associate with someone who's always cursing because because it's like birds of a feather flock together. So if they're like, okay, so if you're with him, then you probably curse as well. And I just can't have that image, kind of daunting or kind of, destroy your reputation that you're trying to build. You get what I'm saying? But not only that, the Bible talks about that as well. Like, do not use vulgar language. Do not taint yourself with such, kind of disgraceful, distasteful things. You know what I'm saying? Because, God's people, they don't carry themselves in that. Like, there's no need for you to curse. There's no need for you to use that as a way to feel more empowered or feel like you're trying to give like this bad self-image or like, you bad to the bone type of thing. You know what I'm saying? That's how you begin to show grace, when you start eliminating these words from your vocabulary. You get what I'm saying? So, I was just thinking about topic to talk about, and guy was like, he helped me to, about cursing. I was like, yeah, I'm gonna do that one, because I feel like that's a big thing. Don't get me wrong, because I've been there. You know what I'm saying? I remember growing up not cursing, but then like over the years, because of my, my circle of friends, I end up developing this kind of like, and that's really just, even when you really think about it, or when you like talk to yourself and you kind of hear yourself cursing, you kind of feel it in your spirit, like, do I really want to be cursing? Do I really want to be sounding like this? Like, or talking ghetto, or, real like ratchet, or just feeling like, there's so much more to you than just to carry yourself in such a way. You know what I'm saying? There's so much beauty to the sound of your voice, the magic of your words, when you begin to properly adjust the way you speak. You know what I'm saying? And that's not only... It's not only for you, but I mean just in your career wise, you business wise, making money wise. Like people in corporate America, people in business, people starting businesses, like they don't have people who curse in their circle. You know what I'm saying? Because it's very contagious, talking like that or spreading negativity. Same thing with positivity. You know what I'm saying? So you are a reflection of the company you keep. So that being said, if you don't want to be cursing and all this other stuff, then make sure that you are purifying your speech patterns, your language, the people around you. Because at the end of the day, like if you're trying to make it big in life, and you have to learn how to speak, learn how to talk to people. Because I just feel like even when I hear like professional people, you can say, or people doing big things, or people who run businesses, or just stuff like that. When I come in contact and I have conversation with them, like the moment I hear them curse, I'd be like, it really makes me feel some type of way. You know what I'm saying? Because it's just like, do you really have to curse so much? Do you really have to? Because now it's like, okay, so if you're like this with me, you don't know me, you don't know what I'm bringing, offering, and this is what you're representing. It's just like, do I really want to get into a relationship with you? Not just like, it could be relationship wise, it could be business wise, it could be friends wise, family wise. It's just really have to, like, these are things we need to really correct in our life, because it doesn't leave a positive imprint, and that's what we're trying to accomplish with our life, with our legacy. So that, I just encourage you, if you are someone who struggle with this, or you're someone who kind of like, you know what I'm saying? Then you guys just, day by day, little by little, watch the way you speak, watch the way you feel, and learn your triggers, because if you feel like when you're around certain people, then you pick up their type of language, and that's how you know that it's your circle of influence, because we tend to speak like the people we hang around the most. So if you're someone that don't want to be around cursing, then make sure that you're not being influenced by that. Make sure that your language is not being replicated by the people around you. You know what I'm saying? But like I say, in all my videos, I love you. God bless you. I thank you. Comment, like, and subscribe. You already know, take the world by storm. Until my next video, peace.